Well, I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I know I am, and I know that Ada is as well. We are, in fact, green on the week, which is a great sign. And, we're trying to build just a little bit of momentum here. The market actually looks pretty primed for some moves. Doesn't have to happen for sure. But I did want to show you guys something important that we were actually discussing earlier on this week that has, in fact, happened. That's a great sign. But I also want to talk about something that others are starting to notice, as well as something that's taking place in terms of the total three, all assets outside BTC and Ethereum. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, we're having a green day once again in terms of ADA, despite the volatility, despite the late drop yesterday as we were getting to our candle close where we ran down to 67 cents. We actually had a nice bounce back to close right around 68.30 or so. And lo and behold, we're in the mid 69-cent range right now. We got a little bit of a spike overnight. We ran above 70 cents. And ADA just keeps showing these signs of wanting to make some of this progress to the upside. What I will say is we're setting higher lows, higher lows. This is a great sign. And you're kind of shaking out the last of the sellers, the last of the bears. Not saying it can't go lower in terms of price, but that's what it looks like and feels like really around the crypto space right now. I mean, BTC is showing a lot of stability around these prices. I wish that right now BTC would just be a little bit higher of a high here, but we'll just have to wait and see how the week progresses. But this is a great sign. Again, we're still crossed on the stochastic RSI. Wow, I almost lost my train of thought. Momentum is starting to flip back towards neutral. That's a great sign. And on the weekly, guys, we are in fact green. So love to see a green week taking place for ADA. And actually, this very much follows what we've been doing here. Green week, red week, green week, red week. I mean, this is like clockwork, right? Now, we are just about to cross on that weekly stochastic RSI like we are talking about. And the more days of green that we have, the more likely we are to finish on the bullish side of things. And we did, in fact, get something in terms of institutional players yesterday that we were talking about kind of being a necessity for the market this week. And that is that they are back and buying. Not really a surprising thing. The signs were there. The selling was slowing down. And lo and behold, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK 21, or ARK Investments, Grayscale, Bitwise, Vanna, everybody bought. All right. That's what you guys need to know. And that's because I think they're realizing that they're running out of time. Retail confidence is in fact too high. They did not shake out enough people on this last drop. And that's one of the great things about the deeper you get into these market cycles, the conviction tends to get higher. More people are planning for the long term, so it's harder to drop the market. That's why you tend to keep setting higher highs and higher lows as time progresses. So now we were in this period where, again, when you zoom out and you look at this trend long term here, I should have maybe done this on the weekly. That's why it's really hard. People that were talking about 30 cents, it's very unlikely because you have all these people that bought all in this big block here, even people that bought right on the way up here that are unwilling to sell their bags at these prices. And now we're kind of prepping for this pivot, this kind of slingshot to the upside. All right. Now, not saying that this is going to happen for sure or anything like that, but one big bullish sign that I want to point back to again that others are starting to notice is this hidden bullish divergence. In fact, Crypto Rover made this post this morning about hidden bullish divergence in terms of BTC. We talked about this in terms of Bitcoin, and we talked about this in terms of ADA, and I just left it on the charts here. And typically you get a little bit of an aggressive move. And again, not to sound redundant or anything like that or repeat myself, but when you look at this, global liquidity, why is that weird? Anyways, this is the exact drop that we've been talking about and prepping for in the crypto market. We got it, and it looks like we're about to make a little bit of a move. Now, what I wanted to show you guys too on the total three is all assets outside of BTC and Ethereum is one, we have now 5 straight days of green candles, which is a great sign. But on the weekly, we actually held that bull market support band over the past several weeks, closed above it on last week's candle, above it on this week's candle. So we're showing that this is kind of our retest here right before we make our extension. Doesn't have to play out perfectly or that way at all, because obviously we know there are surprises that come in the crypto market. There can be things that shake some of the confidence of retail, but frankly, everything is looking pretty dang good right now. This is a great spot to be in the middle of this week. What I will say is last week in the middle of the week, we got a little bit of a surprise and it pushed the market down. So just be aware of that. In terms of ADA, again, we really need to break that kind of 74, 75 cent range to invalidate this right shoulder, not create a head and shoulders here. But that's kind of where we're at. It's smooth sailing right now. And I hope that there are no surprises. If there are surprises, hopefully they're good ones. But that's what I got for you. Appreciate you as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think we get as the week progresses? But have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.